What's going on, insecticidal gang? As you can see from the title of this video, we are talking about moss. I plan on making this super quick. I promise I won't go on any of my tangents. So let's get started. As you can see right here, I have 2 trays of sphagnum moss. Now these are both grown indoors and one of under grow lights. That leads me to my first point of the day: light. I grow my sphagnum in high light. Whoa. I'm sorry. I got to give y'all a disclaimer first because I kind of know how this goes. I just want you guys to know that this is me explaining how I like to grow it. This is not me saying this is the only way to grow sphagnum moss. This is just saying this is how I like to grow it. So let's get back to it. Highlight. I have these trays sitting about 5 or 6 inches under 3 Barina T8 lights. So they get blasted with light. As you can see, they're perfectly fine. 2, substrate. For me, I like to grow mine in peat. Reason being, peat allows me to forget to water it. When I was growing sphagnum on dead sphagnum moss, long fiber sphagnum, or whatever you want to call it, if you go a day without watering it, it dries out. And I don't have that time. I don't remember to water my plants to that degree to where I'm watering them every single day. So I mimic my process for my outside bogs and just put the strands of moss and plant them in the peat in plugs. And lo and behold, it's working for me indoors. The next part is water. I have usable tap water. So my tap water is fine. That's what I will use to water my moss for the most part. But you have to keep it wet. It needs water. It can't dry out or it sets it back. The next one, the peat brings me to my next point. It's flushing it. Now, when you grow it in peat will build up in tannins, humic acid, and it will quote unquote poison the moss where the moss turns dark and you'll get like black tips on it. All that is the moss telling you it's time for a flushing. That's what's happening in this video now. We're having the most significant rain event of the spring so far here in 2025. So, ding, ding, ding. I took my moss trays outside and said I'm gonna let Mother Nature flush them for me. So right now you can see they're completely flooded. What'll happen is I'll siphon off that water to flush the tannins and the humic acid out, and then put them back under lights and let them go. Again, light. I grow my sphagnum in high light and regular humidity. I don't do the whole covering them up and growing them in 100% humidity. Sphagnum, in my experience, enjoys a little bit higher light, and you're okay with growing it in the regular room humidity. I think the reason people grow it in super high humidity is because they're growing it on long fiber sphagnum and it's drying out too fast. So if you kind of change your method there and find some other mediums to grow it on, you may have a little bit more success. But that's pretty much it. I'll flush it, drain it off. It looks nice and green as you can see in this video, and keep the party going. These trays are only about 4 months old now, and they've grown substantially since I put them together. But I'm gonna cut it here. Again, I'm gonna give y'all my disclaimer one more time. I am not saying this is the only way. This is just my way. I'll talk to y'all later. Appreciate you for checking it out.